right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
To 1-2 now. Temperature at first pitch. There it is, 79 degrees as we get things started tonight. A bouncer to the left side. Russell's got it. And that's the first out. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matt, you take a look at both these lineups. They got their work cut out for them. This is going to be a pitcher's duel. Both these guys can execute and have a chance to go deep in this game and turn it over to bullpen. Somebody is going to have to get that big 2-out knock with runners in scoring position.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summersgill behind the dish.
He's able to take the ball the other way here, high and deep to right center, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So coming to the plate, Jose Ramirez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a slider to start him out, but that breaks down and in for ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Rossi has found success in his career at limiting base hits. He usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Francisco Lindor as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. Here's another 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And this will be fouled away. Fouled off. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get over the wall for a ground rule double, and that'll keep runners at 2nd and 3rd now with still nobody out.
The first baseman.
So now Carlos Santana as he'll look to bring home that tying run from 2nd with a base hit into the outfield. Fouled away. That's over but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel. This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
And it's 1-2.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
2-2 the count. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And it's fouled away. Lindor, the runner at third. Donaldson is over at second with 1 down in the inning. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
In his career, Plawecki is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good.
Tough spot to hit here as a hitter. You have a base open, so you have to almost be trying to think like the pitcher. Is he going to try to pitch around me, or is he going to come in the strike zone?
From the stretch, the 1-2 struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Indians strand a couple. They're down 2-0. Ready now, J.J. Ho, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
So it was a strikeout swinging. J.J. Ho goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. So it's back to the top of the order now and into bat next, it'll be Tyler Naquin. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. On the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2. Here's a pop-up now. Kemp will put this one away, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And it's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Another 1-2 delivery. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Springer. He's there and records the first out. So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Francisco Lindor. He reached on a single in his first try. 0-1 the count.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Next will be the designated hitter, Josh Donaldson. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-1.
Bouncer up the middle. Kemp up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking. Strike 3. Digging in to try it again. Adolfo De La Cruz.
Adolfo De La Cruz.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
He froze him on the fastball there. Adolfo De La Cruz goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. A ball and a strike. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Into the box now, J.J. Ho. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Back up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Pham 0 for 2 for him so far. He's flied out and popped out. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Into center field, line drive base hit. Oh, and he misses it. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game. Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And that brings up the former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. No balls and 1 strike. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. Here's Carlos Santana now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The 1-1. Strike 2 swinging.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out 1-1-1 with plenty on it.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And boy, just get out of the way of that one. He'll be on base to start the inning.
Your attention,
now
please.
Here comes the Houston manager
for the Astros. Number 48, Gary. Simple pitch. Ball 4, take the race.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Houston Astros pick up win number 70 to top the division.
A player receives an unexpected call. It's his former high school coach, who was an important mentor and advisor to him in his teen years. Most high achievers have, in their past, an important someone who first believed in them. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets.
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, an exciting interleague matchup of first-place clubs between the Houston Astros and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball. Next on the show.
Jose Quintana.
Settling in now, Javier Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier.
First delivery to him on the way. Got him to reach out of the zone for that one, strike one. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, what we're seeing there is a team D-roll. They're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence. You can tell guys are walking to the plate with a swagger. Their pitchers are taking them out and executing pitches down and away. This is a good ball club.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Fouled away. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Full count now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking up around the letters. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if he's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
The windup and the 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Almora with an even count, 2-2.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
And there's out number 2. Here's Kris Bryant now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Correa. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Tony Rossi. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, every pitcher gets to start the inning with a fresh slate, and he's out trying to put that last inning behind him. But he's got to be shaking his head right here. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and he's back in trouble again. Things just not going his way right now.
Back to the top of the order now, and that brings in the left-handed hitting outfielder, Michael Brantley. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Smoke toward third. Come on, Bryant's got it, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Scope comes up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for Houston, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber, comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. A ball and no strikes.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
1-1, here it comes. And it's fouled away. Sliced hard on the ground. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning. The next Cub up, Anthony Rizzo, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Here's Jonathan Scope now. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Oh, shaking his head on that knuckle curve. 1-2. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. Altuve for 1. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. One of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
Pretty impressive for a catcher. It's rare that you see a catcher maintain a great average over the course of a full season.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the below it.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Bregman is there, and he puts this one. And now the Cubs pitcher, Jose Quintana, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The pitcher.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is in the air to left field. Brantley is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Count even at 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So it's back to the top of the order now. And into bat next, the versatile weapon, Javier Baez. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. To his left, Correa. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first, saves an error. The pitcher, Tony Rossi, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounder down the line at third. Russell at second. Stassi on at first with nobody out. On the ground to short. This could be two. Played on the backhand. The second for one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting one out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
The left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Runner goes for second. A bouncer to the left side, and that's through for a base hit. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now. The tag, and they got him at third. What a throw.
Play ball. He's out.
Now at the plate, Kris Bryant. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
He throws him on the fastball there. Kris Bryant goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Way late on the fastball for strike one.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Another 0-2 home. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. At the plate, Jonathan Scope. First pitch on its way.
The second baseman.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
2-1 now. Now the 2-1 is taken for strike two.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Struck him out. Digging in, Wilson Contreras comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. On the line at first, but a foul ball here, 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Astros on top, 5-0. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Tony Rossi, getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. 5 runs, 11 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Heading out toward shallow right. Waiting on it is Almora, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Jason Hayward is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Jason Hayward.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The average for him at 267 on the year. 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Hayward, or often just J-Hay. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward is gone on strikes, and there's one away.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure.
1-1-1.
Ripped on the ground to first. Bregman gloves it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's Javier Baez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Up and in for ball 1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And then now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
That's popped up. Bregman over to his left. 1 down. In now, Kris Bryant. No hits to this point.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what is he doing? He shows up. Rookie of the Year. MVP. I mean, get in line.
Count remains at 0-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is down in order. Striding in for Houston, Tony Rossi. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Rossi.
Here's the first pitch to him. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Stroke is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best. Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left, into the bleachers, and gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever. Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can, but that's what you get.
Play ball. Ball four. Take the ball.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. The swing and a miss, strike 1.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department.
Now batting, second baseman.
So one gone here in the Chicago 8th, and that'll bring up Jonathan Scope to hit next. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Ready once again, Wilson Contreras. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Springer will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Tony Rossi. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. Has a look, now the pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Astros leave 1, but they lead it 11-0. Daniel Descalso will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the 9th. And they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
He's up to 100 pitches now, but he's still bringing the fastball pretty good. Nothing about that last throw tells me he's wearing down right now.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Ready for another shot now. Ian Happ. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Happ with a 2-1 count now. Swung on and missed.
2-2.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Count remains full. One out, nobody on.
Up, straight up.
That's popped up. Rossi is there, and quickly two are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home nine. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Javier Baez. He's their last shot here with two away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Taken, called, strike two, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
And he gets strike three called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the first. So close to baseball history.
11-0 the final shutout total in this one. The Astros jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Tony Rossi posts his league-leading 21st victory as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. Jose Quintana was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Runs, 16 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 29 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive.
A newcomer to the big leagues is interviewed about a milestone moment in his young career.